All right, let us look at the continuation of exponential equation. All right, we have done the rules and we did some examples before, but I want to take one example from this type of question. All right, we are told that we are asked to solve the equation 3 raised to power 2x plus 2 minus 10 raised to power 3x plus 1 3 raised power 3 10 into 3 raised power x plus 1 plus 9 equals 0. All right. Now the first thing you do first is to apply the first law of indices here. The first law, which is the product law. And we have 3 raised power 2s. Because this is plus, I will now put signs here. Then this n3 will now raise to this power, 3 raised power 2. Then minus 10 into, I will do the same thing here. 3 raised power this x. Because this is plus, I will put times here. Remember, if yes minus, I'll put divide. Yes minus, I'll put divide. Okay? Then this n3 raised to power 1. 1. Since 3 raised to power 1 is 1, just write 3 there. Plus 9 equal to 0. All right. Now, having done that, we will now make sure that we have a common term here. What is the common term? And the simplest term is 3 raised per x. All right. So we have 3 raised per x, and here we have 3 raised per 2x. So I have to make it to also have 3 raised per x by obeying the power law of indices, which means this is also the same thing as 3 raised per x inside that will put 2 outside. Power law, now these 2 times x will still give me 2s. Remember that power law. Then times 3 raised power 2 is 9. Okay, then minus this 3 that is this 10 now would now give me 30. 30 into 3 raised power x. Okay, then plus 9 equal to 0. All right. Now, looking at it like this now, it look complex. So I will try to see how I reduce the numbers that we have there by using two dual number for one. So I'll say let 3 raised per s be p. All right. Let 3 raised per s be equal to p. So when I see 3 raised per s, I'll put p. So here now will not be p, but I have square, so it will be p squared times 9 minus here will now be 30p plus 9 equal to 0. So here will give me 9p squared minus 30p plus 9 equal to 0. All right. So this is already quadratic equation. Remember that we have 4 methods of solving quadratic equation. The factorization method, the completing the square method, the graphical method, and the formula method. All right. So we are going to use the factorization method, which you already know, the factorization method. But in that factorization method, I'm using another pattern, which I called the scissors method or trial by error method. This is how scissors operate. I'll just draw from this edge to this edge. Now, the two numbers I will multiply to give me 9p squared. It can be 9p and p, it can be 3p and 3p. So let me put 3p here, 3p here. 3p times 3p will give me 9p squared. Now, the two numbers I will multiply to give me 9. It's also 3 times 3 or 9 times 1. All right, so out of the two, which one am I going to choose? Now, the one you are choosing, you must take this into consideration. Anything you have, if I use to times this and I use one to times this, I must get this. If it does not give me that, you change the number. So because of that, now you know you cannot use 3 and 3. I have a big number here, 30. So certainly here will be 9, here will be 1. 1 times 9 is 9. All right. Now we have plus here. The two signs that you multiply to get plus are minus times minus is plus, or plus times plus is plus. But I'm not using plus times plus because I have minus here. So I'm going to use minus times minus. I'll put minus here. I'll put minus here. Now when you check, you see that you are correct. Minus times minus is plus. 9 times 1 is 9. Minus 9 times 3p is minus 27p. Minus 1 times 3p is minus 3p. So minus 27p minus 3p will give me minus 30p. So it means what we have here now is correct. So I will just pick this one like this and this one like this. So these are the factors. So we have 3p minus 9 and 3p minus 1 is equals to 0. So I'll say if 3p minus 9 equal to 0, so p will be equal to, I'll carry this one here, will now give me 9 divided by this 3. So that will give me 3. Again, if 3p minus 1 is equals to 0, I'll carry minus 1 this way. So I have 3p is equals to 1 then P will be equal to 1 over 3. All right. So P is 3 and 1 over 3. But people used to make this mistake. Don't leave your answer here. And fortunately, you might see this in the option. You are the one that introduced P. What you have to find is S. You introduce P. So you have to come back to this place now and try to get your X. Okay? So you will not say, you will not start with any of these two first. Okay, we can start with this one first. Say, okay, let me erase this part. So we cannot say, but, but 3 raised power S is equals to P. So when P is equals to 3, so I will now put 3 here. So it will now be 3 raised power S is equals to 3. Now the power here is 1. So the first law of exponential equation, if the base are the same, then you equate the power. So here will now be S is equals to 1. Remember, if it is 1, you don't write. So note that there is 1 here. So therefore here, S is equals to 1. Again, to say when P, this time is equals to 1 over 3, using the same 3 raised power S is equals to P. So 3 raised power S now will be equal to 1 over 3. And this 1 over 3 means 3 raised power minus 1. Okay? The negative index law. 1 over 3 means 3 raised power minus 1. Now, you can see that the base here and the base here, they are not equal. Still the first law of exponential equation. So your S will be equal to minus 1. So S will be equal to minus 1. So therefore, your S is equals to 1 and minus 1. So that is the answer. I hope it's very easy. I think it's very easy. So thank you for watching.